You guys know I'm a big promoter of doing some level of daily gratitude or some level of gratitude practice. And one of the things that I pretty much most consistently write down nearly every day is that I'm grateful that I gave myself permission to do what it is I love to do. And I'm grateful I took a chance myself. I'm grateful I went off and had my vision and I pursued what it is I wanted to pursue. And I think a lot of people have ideas of what they want to do. They have a vision for themselves and they know exactly what they love to do, but they just don't give themselves permission to go off and pursue it. So in this particular video, I wanted to put together some potential reasons why and some solutions in how to deal with those particular challenges or roadblocks you may be facing. Now, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Bailouni. Welcome to the channel. I run a performance coaching and education business called Master Your Trading Mindset, and we help retail traders break through the mental roadblocks that hold them back from consistency and funding. We have a free Bulletproof Your Mindset tool, which is helping traders manage their volatile emotions in the market, and also helping them gain consistency and funding. If you don't already have your free copy, jump in the description below and claim that. I only let out 30 copies a week, so make sure you grab a copy. Now, there are actually 7 different types of fears or things that could be roadblocks in stopping you from going off and doing what it is you love to do. The 7 fears go around the 7 areas of life. We can have a fear in our health of not being good looking enough or vital or energized enough or strong enough to go off and pursue what it is we love to do. In our wealth, we could potentially perceive ourselves not being wealthy enough or having enough income or those types of things to go off and pursue what it is we love to do. We could have a fear of running out of money as well. We could also have a fear in our vocation of not being vocationally successful enough, not being high enough up in our company or being a failure in our business or being a failure in our work. Being perceived by others as being a failure in our vocation. We could also have a fear of, in the social area of life, just being socially rejected by others. People thinking the idea we're going off and pursuing is silly, people not agreeing with what we do, that type of stuff. We could also have a fear mentally of not being smart enough, not having the mental resources or understandings to go off and pursue what it is we love to do. In our family relationships, we could fear rejection from our family or banishment from our family or our family laughing at us, family not agreeing with us. And in our spirituality, we could have a fear of breaking morals or breaking certain belief systems and not abiding by those. So if you go through the 7 areas of life, there are 7 different fears associated with that could be stopping you from going off and giving yourself permission to do what it is you love. And what I would love to share here is that with fear, the first thing you want to be doing is identifying, first and foremost, you want to be identifying, getting clear on what it is you'd love to be doing and really getting clear on, okay, what are the action steps I'm going to take to pursue what it is I'd love to pursue? And putting those action steps on paper, because what the action steps allow you to do is to ground a fantasy and turn it into a real objective and get clearer. This is what I'm going to do today. This is what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I'm just going to do what I can and put energy into doing what I can to moving closer to becoming and doing the thing I would love to do. Then you want to identify, by probing the 7 areas of life, what are the biggest fears you have in your way that you perceive as stopping you from going off and giving yourself permission to do what you love? And writing down what those fears are, getting really clear on what those fears are. And then one thing I would be doing is putting action steps in place to lower the probability of those fears coming true. So for example, if you have a fear financially that you're going to run out of money, you'd be asking yourself, what's the highest priority action I can do right now to lower the probability of this fear coming true? And the wisest thing you could do in terms of your finances is actually building a cash cushion, because that stabilizes your psychology. And have money in the bank as, in a sense, peace of mind and a cash cushion there to give yourself permission to go off and pursue what you love. So you want to go through the 7 areas of life and probe what fears obstacles along my journey? What's actually stopping me from going off and giving myself permission to fulfill what it is I'd love to fulfill? And it's not random, it's not the fear of the unknown, it's a very specific fear. There's no such thing as having the fear of the unknown. We have fear of the very specific content in our mind at the time we have the fear. So you just need to be honest with yourself and bring to surface what fear it is and address it. Ask yourself, what's the highest priority action I can do to lower the probability of this fear actually happening? Then also ask yourself, these are quality questions to ask yourself with fears. And then ask yourself, if this fear did come true, what's the highest priority action I can take then to lower the impact of this being such a terrible thing? And put action steps in place to lower the probability of those types of things. And then another quality question you can ask yourself is, if this actually happened, how would that actually be a benefit to my life? If this so-called fear, this terrible thing happened to me, how would that serve me? And how would that challenge help me grow? And how would it be a benefit to my life? And these are all quality questions you can ask in foresight to be planned, to be prepared, and to neutralize any major charges that you perceive are holding you back from pursuing what it is you'd love to pursue. Again, I just want to recap that the thing I'm most grateful for day to day is giving myself permission to going off and doing what I'd love to do. It's brought a lot of fulfillment to my life, and I know a lot of people are out there knowing they want to pursue something, but for whatever reason, for any of those 7 fears they have in their life that are holding them back. So go identify the specific fear. It's not random, it's very specific, and do those 3 things. Lower the probability, lower the impact, and find the benefits of it happening and how that would serve your life. So hopefully this was insightful and you got some insights. And just go off and give yourself permission to do what you love. It's going to be a very fulfilling and rewarding thing in your life.